In today's Sharp Saturday video, we're going to take a look at a fixed blade knife from the folks at Kizer Knives. It's the Kizer Area 8. That's what's coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me for today's Sharp Saturday video, where it's Saturday and we take a look at something sharp. And as I said today, that something sharp is this knife from Kizer, the Kizer Area 8 fixed blade. I'm going to take a closer look at this thing, put it through some of that good old scientific testing here at our worldwide headquarters in just a minute. But first, as usual, today's words of wisdom from the Bible. Today's wisdom is from the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 16, in the NLT version. A fool is quick-tempered, but a wise person stays calm when insulted. And a big thank you to my friends at Hog Holsters for making the concealed carry holster I've been using for going on 10 years now. I looked at a lot of different holsters. Once I found Hog, I quit looking. They're 100% made in the USA, handcrafted by a United States Marine Corps veteran to fit your individual pistol model. There's no one-size-fits-all at Hog Holsters. By the way, they've also got some cool knife sheath options coming up here real soon. Check their website out. And if you use the coupon code Survival on Purpose, all one word, you'll be glad you did. So thanks again to Hog Holsters for helping Americans wear guns. Now, let's get down to the old stump top and get to doing some of that knife stuff. You want to? Alrighty, so here's the Kizer Area 8 fixed blade. And if you wonder where the name came from, Area 8 is named after an isolated hunting area in Canada. This knife was designed by Jonathan Stiles. Has an overall length of 8.91 inches. For those of you still stuck in that old metric system, that's 226.2 millimeters, with a blade length of 4.23 inches or 107.35 millimeters, with a blade thickness of 0.14 inches or 3.5 millimeters. It is a modified drop point. The blade steel is German AEB-L stainless with a hardness of 58 to 60. And this has a blade finish of black PVD coating. It's also available in a satin coated, just a satin colored, non-coated blade. It's a flat grind from here all the way down, a little secondary bevel, which is really good. The handle length on this thing is 4.68 inches or 118.85 millimeters. And the handle material is G10, and it's green on black. You see the black here and green here. Obviously, on the satin blade, those colors are reversed. This knife weighs 4.14 ounces, so pretty lightweight. That's 117.3 grams if you're still stuck there. And the sheath it comes with is a Kydex sheath. They say this is a precision rattle-free fit with adjustable retention, 2 clip options. Let's see if it rattles. It does not rattle. And it has this kind of a, one of these, kind of clips here. You can adjust it all different ways. Or it comes with this clip-on pocket clip with a little retention tab there. So if you want to go slimline, just stick it in your pocket. This would be the way to go. And again, adjustable retention. A little drain hole on the sheath, and the handle itself has got a little kind of jimping in the handle here and here, grooves. Lanyard hole down here. I don't know how big the tang is. I'm assuming it is a kind of a overmolded tang. It's got screws all the way back to here, so I would assume that the tang goes back that far, but that's just my assumption. And then kind of a little bit of a sharpening type choil here, a little bit of a finger guard on both sides of the handle. So I kind of like the style of this blade and all that. But what about the science? Because here at Survival on Purpose, we are all about the science. And one of the things I like to do is test the sharpness of every knife straight out of the box. And to do that, I use what is pretty much the internationally standard sharpness test, the redneck sharp test. So let's get the old testing medium out here and see what happens. Tried to renew it, but it's not quite. Oh my gosh, my gosh, my gosh. Look at that, 2 fingers. Oh my goodness gracious. This sucker is shaved 2 yaks sharp. Let's try again. Wow. Wow. Man, that is like, wow. Okay. This may be one of the sharpest knives out of the box I have seen in a long time. It is absolutely double yak shaving sharp. Again, Kizer's must be another one of those companies. They didn't get the memo. So there you go. And if you've been watching the videos, you know what that means. If not, go back and look at some other videos. You'll see. So, and then it's in the sheath right here. Now, I think it's time to do some of that knife stuff, don't you? So we are going to test this thing in the standard process that I like to use. And my goal is to see how well a knife like this you might have with you would help you do one of the most important things I think there is as far as a knife in survival, and that is to build a fire, get a fire going. So, and I'm telling you right now, I don't think this thing's going to scrape anything, but we're going to check it out. So let's go ahead and first we'll do the beat it through a stick thing, because everybody likes that, right? And we'll take this great big old baton I got here and see if it'll get through there. You want to? Let's do it. Actually, I'm beating the stick through the stump. All right, we're gonna call that one good. We're looking right through that right through there with no problems with the blade. Let's just check it out and see if it's still. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, still good there. Nice, do a nice little knot there. So now let's split them out one more time. You want to? And there we go. Now, the reason I did that is because I want to do this. Oh my gosh, this thing carves like butter. Okay, well, I could do this all day, but there's really no point in that. It's just, man, the edge geometry on this thing is really, really good. I'll tell you that. Let's have a look at these things. So, I would call those Shirley Temple curls, which would obviously date me. You know what's next? We got to get the old fat wood. I don't think it's going to scrape anything, but it's rounded as all get out. I don't think there's, maybe up here. Nowhere scraping. Nowhere on this thing's going to scrape. There's no point in even trying. It's round as a basketball. But we can carve a little bit of this fat wood here. Maybe put a stick on there. And why are we carving fat wood when I know it won't scrape? For the aroma. Okay. Well, you know what we're going to do now then. I'm going to get my second favorite ferrocerium rod out. Actually my favorite ferrocerium rod. The one that has the butane canister attached to it. And we'll, that right there is why I love me some fat wood. Look at that. Well, just look at it. Just look at it. Alrighty, well, that was some of the standardized testing on this Kizer Area 8, and I like to try to keep things on a scientifically standard basis here, because you know we are all about the science here, which is why I maintain such a state-of-the-art cutting-edge testing facility here at our worldwide headquarters. And you know one of the tests I like to do on all fixed blades is to test the aerodynamic balance using the internationally standard balance test, the balance orientation and rotation device. So we're going to do that now, and hopefully we can maintain standard scientific protocol, see how well this thing does. Whoop, 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 whoop. Maybe next time you'll see the renewed balance orientation rotation device, because that one hit, but it didn't stick. And that one missed, but it did stick. Let's try again. Whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Chuck Norris doesn't play hide and seek. He plays hide and pray I don't find you.
So I always like to finish on a good note, and that was almost what would have previously been dead center. So let's kind of wrap this up. Final thoughts on this thing. It's a Kizer Area 8. It's about a $60 knife. Folks at Kizer were kind enough to send this to me so I could show it to you. I like it. I thought I would like it when I saw it. The ergonomics are really good. The handle is really comfortable. It feels just really good in my hand. I like this blade shape. It's a very useful blade. Light enough to carry every day, but strong enough to get the job done. Man, it is, like I said, double yak shaving sharp. And as far as carving, the edge geometry on this thing is, man, they got it right. I can tell you that. It carves really, really, really well. It's very well balanced. It's super lightweight. You can carry it all day. I like that they give you an extra choice of clips for the sheath. And I like the fact that the sheath does not rattle, as I said. Just a really, really good all around useful knife. At the $60 mark, I think that's a pretty good value. That being said, the only kind of negative con I have of this thing is, and it's not it's not unusual. This thing is rounded on the back here. Certainly, you can take a file and remove some of this pretty black coating on here and straighten it up a little bit, and it would strike ferro rods and stuff really good. Which, I was going to carry this in the woods, I would do that because I just think that's a handy thing to have on a knife. But I'm not a metallurgist, but there's a reason they do that. I see that on a lot of higher end knives as a fact. So anyway, I'm rambling. That's the Kizer Area 8, and I think this is a really cool knife. And hopefully this video has been helpful, somewhat informative, maybe even slightly entertaining. I really appreciate you watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident. Be prepared. I'll see you next time.